This is a quick tutorial by Rebecca Villarreal on how I have adjusted my Carly's Life is Messy Kitchen granola. Her recipe is awesome and I will post it. And her cookbook is amazing. So because I'm allergic to reading those directions, I obsess over the cookbook and read it and learn what works for me. So you take your oats and toast them with, and I toast them in a cast iron frying pan. And then I throw in, and like right now, I'm really into, of course, I'm using pumpkin pie spice. And then toast them. So I, step one, toast those, and then throw in some pumpkin pie spice or cinnamon or whatever. And then I put a little Himalayan sea salt, pink Himalayan sea salt, and then a glob of coconut oil. So toast them first, then add the spices, and then a little bit of coconut oil, and then toast more. Then, ideally, what I've done in the past is put all the nuts and seeds and everything I have in my pantry into this mix. But what I found is I make such a big mess. Now I dump this into a big bowl, and then now I toast all the seeds and everything with the residue of what's in there. I might add a little more of the same spices, a little coconut oil, and then I mix the whole thing together and I'm done. Okay, so here I've thrown some more coconut oil. Coconut oil has such good healthy fats that, and then of course there's so many good healthy fats in these nuts. There are, in mine today, you can just take whatever you have, but our pecan, these are all raw. I don't know why, we buy raw nuts. I think maybe someone told me they were healthier, but I'm toasting the heck out of them, and they're delicious. So what I have in here are almonds, walnuts, sesame seeds, pumpkin seeds or pepitas, and walnuts, and cashews. So now I'm gonna, you have to be really careful. I almost burnt some of my oats. I had to throw a few, just like a tablespoon out, because I noticed at the very bottom I was scraping the pan, and I throw it in the bowl. So just be careful not to have your fire too high. I put it on low to medium, but always first, because I'm impatient with it, I heat the pan really hot on higher, just because the cast iron holds that heat so well. So then I'm going to just put in a little bit of the Himalayan sea salt. And you know, it always helps. I forget where I got these. These are Lodge pans, and they're so inexpensive. They're only $15, and they work great. So I have 3 of them, but one I mark with a little twist tie. I have this silicone Calphalon thing, but under that, see that green twist tie? So this one's only for sweet things. So we only do pancakes and stuff. That way when I cook curries or other spicy foods in my other pot, you know, my kids' Saturday chocolate chip pancakes don't end up tasting like, you know, curry or cumin or something else, or garlic. Okay, this is looking really good. I'm going to let these toast a tiny bit more, and then I'm going to combine all the ingredients in one, and then I'm going to eat a warm bowl of granola. So I'm going to go brew my tea, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so this is the granola. It's like mostly nuts. I might even toast a few more oats to balance it out. See, when I make this, I never measure, which is why I'm going to share Miley's wonderful recipe with you. She gives you measurements, but I cannot wait to eat this. Oh, I have this upside down. How funny is that? Oh, well. This is a beautiful handmade spoon I bought in Bethel, Vermont. By an amazing find furniture from scrapwood. Anyway, from a fine furniture maker named Lindsay, I think, in Bethel. So anyway, I think, do I need to make more? My inner voice is saying that that's enough oats. I might toast them more later, but I think it's time for breakfast. Oh, and I thought you'd like to see where... See, I have to do this on the floor because my pot is so heavy. I have to put that on the floor and then tip the pot. And there's the sesame seeds that will not go back in there. But I think a lot of those were burnt anyway. Okay, hey guys, I almost forgot one of the important ingredients, which is vanilla extract. You probably only want to use like a little bit, but because this is a gigantic batch, I started making them in bigger batches. I'm using a full teaspoon, and I did decide I'm going to add, oh, it smells so good. Wow. I am going to add another batch of oats, toasted oats with the spices and a little more coconut oil. I'm just putting in just a touch more salt because the balance when I put it in my bowl was just like a bowl of nuts with a few oats. So if you can actually follow directions and you read Mai's proportions, it turns out perfectly. But I am okay with cooking, and part of her whole concept behind Life is Messy is you get messy and you make messes and mistakes, and I love making this granola because all week it fuels us, and if I have this for breakfast, I don't need to eat for like 3 hours, which for me is kind of a miracle. So, hope you enjoy it. Hope you make your own. Okay, here we go. Putting in, I like almond milk with this, but it goes with anything that you like. My husband puts it on yogurt. I have my awesome tea with my Life is Messy. Well, my Carly's makes this. I use this a lot. I'm getting ready to write, work on book 2 for National Novel Writing Month in a big way. This says today's forecast, world domination. And my is an incredible artist, amazing artist, and okay, let's taste it and see what we think. Gonna get it a little bit soaked. Here we go. All right. I forgot something. Oh, I forgot the maple syrup. Okay. So you want to put liberal amounts of maple. Oh, I have a new maple syrup too. I think this is awesome, and I am not gonna worry about this, but hold on. Well, that's hysterical. I was literally about to go into the cookbook, and so now I'm just putting in a whole bunch of maple syrup. I was literally about to go into the cookbook, and I might have to balance this out with a little more or whatever. That was kind of a lot I put in, but since I know I'm putting in more oats, it's fine. And then I put this, I just put it directly. I put maple syrup in here. So now let's do a second taste test. Wow. Now, that tastes the way it's supposed to taste. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day. Think about what you want to nourish yourself with this week. Even though I had a really hard week last week, I fed myself really well, and that helped me see what I needed to do. It helped me produce even when I was struggling. So, and it made me feel like I was taking care of myself, which is important. So, have a great day. Bye. Yeah.